This is breaking news. Ukraine has launched a massive drone strike and Moscow is burning. Explosions shook Russia's capital, flames tore through key districts, and chaos erupted as multiple targets were hit. Entire neighborhoods were plunged into panic, with fires, destruction, and sirens echoing through the night. The Kremlin is in shock, and the world is watching as Moscow turns into a firestorm. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe and like my videos. The day began with towering plumes of smoke rising over Moscow's skyline. Social media was instantly flooded with videos showing fireballs, shattered windows, and terrified residents fleeing through the streets. Witnesses reported multiple drones descending from the night sky, some exploding mid-air, others striking critical infrastructure. Emergency sirens blared, firefighters scrambled, and security forces locked down several areas of the city. Reports indicate that the strikes were spread across multiple zones. A major shopping mall in central Moscow was engulfed in flames, devastating hundreds of shops and warehouses. An electrical substation was destroyed, plunging entire neighborhoods into darkness. A government administration building near the Kremlin suffered damage, creating panic among officials. Hospitals quickly filled with wounded civilians, some in critical condition. Roads were blocked off, subway lines were halted, and residents were urged to remain indoors. For the people of Moscow, it was a night of terror. The Kremlin released a statement declaring, "This is a terrorist attack, and those responsible will be punished." Russia's Ministry of Defense claimed that several drones were shot down by air defenses, but admitted that others slipped through and hit their targets. On the Ukrainian side, no immediate official claim of responsibility was issued. Some independent sources and military bloggers hinted at Ukraine's involvement, while others suggested it might have been carried out with support from specialized units or resistance groups inside Russia. Eyewitnesses painted a chilling picture. One resident described hearing a loud blast followed by a shockwave that shattered windows across several blocks. A woman watching from her balcony saw a glowing fireball erupt near a commercial complex, followed by massive smoke. Videos captured parents clutching their children as they ran from burning cars and collapsing buildings. The human side of this attack is unmistakable: ordinary people caught in a terrifying clash of high-tech warfare. Military analysts noted that this was not a random strike, but a coordinated swarm drone operation. Multiple types of drones were used: kamikaze drones carrying explosives, incendiary drones designed to start fires, and possibly even drones with jamming systems. Saturation tactics overwhelmed Moscow's air defenses, forcing them to track dozens of targets at once. Stealth and speed made interception difficult. Small drones with low radar cross-sections slipped past defenses, while others acted as decoys. This operation highlights how drones are reshaping modern warfare: low-cost, expendable, but capable of inflicting enormous damage. Russia's air defense forces scrambled to respond. Anti-aircraft fire lit up the skies, and interceptors claimed several kills. Yet the fact that multiple drones still hit central Moscow is being seen as a major embarrassment for Russia's much-vaunted air defense network. Experts suggest Ukraine may have employed electronic warfare to disrupt Russian radar, or deliberately used waves of cheap drones to drain expensive interceptors. Either way, Moscow's vulnerability has been exposed, and that could have serious consequences. World leaders reacted quickly. The European Union expressed concern, warning that civilians must not be targeted. The United States called for restraint, but noted that Russia has itself launched thousands of missile and drone strikes on Ukrainian cities. Several nations advised their citizens to avoid travel to Russia, citing instability. The attack has sparked debate in diplomatic circles. Will this escalate into wider retaliation, or push both sides toward new levels of confrontation? Beyond the politics, the human cost is staggering. Dozens are reported injured, with hospitals overwhelmed. Families are displaced after fires destroyed apartment complexes. Emergency shelters have been opened, while volunteers distribute food, water, and blankets. Human rights groups are calling for international humanitarian support, but the chaos also makes it difficult to separate fact from propaganda in war. The truth is often the first casualty. This attack could have massive political consequences. Inside Russia, the Kremlin may tighten internal security, impose new restrictions, and push for harsher retaliation. For Europe and NATO, it raises alarms about the conflict spilling deeper into Russian territory and how Moscow might react. If Ukraine is confirmed to be behind the strike, Western allies could face renewed debates about the limits of military support. The psychological impact is also enormous. For the first time in decades, Moscow itself has come under direct fire, shattering the illusion of invulnerability. Several scenarios are now possible. Moscow could launch massive new strikes on Ukrainian cities in revenge. Expect intensified cyber attacks on Ukrainian and possibly Western infrastructure. Russia may deploy additional missile defenses or even move tactical weapons closer to the front. International pressure for peace talks may grow, but so might sanctions and military support. The next 24-48 hours will be critical in determining where this conflict heads. Defense experts say this attack is proof that drone warfare has permanently changed the battlefield. Unlike expensive fighter jets or missiles, drones are cheap, versatile, and difficult to stop in large numbers. Future wars will likely see more reliance on drone swarms, AI-controlled systems, and electronic warfare. For Russia, tonight's events are a wake-up call. Even the capital is not safe. Tonight, Moscow burns. Ukraine's drone strike has sent shockwaves across Russia and beyond. Civilians are suffering, leaders are scrambling, and the future of the war looks more uncertain than ever. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and hit like so you don't miss future updates. We'll continue bringing you verified information as the situation unfolds. Stay safe, stay informed, and remember, in war, truth matters more than ever.